All right, it's always a pleasure to talk to my next guest, Damon Blackshear, who will be fighting Mateo Vogel at Cage Fury 99 on August the 14th. Damon, how are you, sir?
I am doing great, bro. Yeah, I've never been better. How are
Good.
you?
I'm good. I know life has to be good for you because, in prepping for this interview, looking through your Instagram profile is like flipping through a People magazine. It's unbelievable. I mean, how many, phenomenal people that you're circled with every single day. I mean, you got John Bones Jones, Ludacris has been in the gym. Tell me what life has been like at Jackson Wink.
Man, it's been pretty incredible, man. Every single day I get to just meet incredible people, great minds. You got Greg Jackson, Mike Wicklejaw, and every single day I get to work with these guys, and I get to pick their brain because they've been at the highest level in the sport. Same thing with John Jones. Just it's incredible being able to talk to him and everything he's accomplished, and he's just been giving me so much good feedback. And man, it's just great. It's definitely a different kind of energy, and I definitely feed off of it. So it's just been amazing. Yeah.
I got to ask about Bones for a second. In that picture, I mean, he looks huge. He definitely looks like a heavyweight now. Do you have any idea like what he's walking around at, and when do you think that he might be fighting next?
I absolutely don't have any idea. And I'm not even like just kind of hiding anything, but I don't know. But I think he should be fighting soon. He's been training all the time, so
If you had to guess how much he weighed just looking at him, what would you say?
I would say maybe 280. I say he's 280 because I know like guys that are walking around like 280, and I feel like he's around that size. Yeah.
My
He
goodness.
might,
Well,
I don't know. He might even be bigger than that. Who knows?
that is crazy. I cannot wait to see him back in the octagon. I always love watching him fight. Before we transition and talk about Coach Wink and Coach Jackson and everything, I do want to ask you a little bit about Ludacris. I've always been a huge fan of his, man, and to see you with him in the gym. I mean, he's always been an athlete. He's clearly in great shape. Tell me a little bit about, if he's someone that comes around on a regular basis and what it was like to get in there and meet him and do a little bit of work with him.
Yeah, so it was incredible to meet him. Just he's genuine. He didn't have no problem taking the photo. He's probably been taking photos since he's been in the gym, just hanging around. And I just like I was the first time I met him, I was just like teaching a private of wrestling, and he's over there in the corner. I didn't even notice it was him, but he's over there in the corner like hitting pads with his guy. And like literally right after, I was like, "Oh snap, that's Ludacris." I had no idea. He just looked like a regular guy, just hitting pads. And then so it was cool just being around him.
You think about maybe coming out to a Ludacris walkout song this next fight?
Oh, that might be an option. Honestly, I wasn't even thinking about that. That might be good. That might be an yeah, that might be the thing. That might be the move.
What's one that comes to mind? I can think of a couple. One like the number one spot, move, bitch.
Get out the way. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what?
Bitch, get out the way. That might be it. That might be mine. Yeah. I like that song. Too Fast, Too Furious.
Okay,
Yeah, that might be another one.
a lot of options to choose from, my man. How long have you been at Jackson Wink now? Because I know it's been a little while.
It's been almost a total of a year. I'm almost been here for a year, and I felt like just phenomenal gains since I've been here every single day. Just being able to train with high level guys, and just always getting different looks, and being able to pick the brains of like the greatest minds in MMA. So it's good.
Now I know they have housing there for fighters. Is that the situation that you're in right now? They have you in a spot there so you can just train whenever you want.
Yeah, that's it. I'm literally like right around the corner from the gym and the mats and everything. So it's just like I wake up, I hear people working, I'm just like, yo, I gotta get out there and work. So it's good being around this environment.
So I see a lot of guys that are down that way that are getting outside, running the mountains a lot, getting workouts in. Is that something that you're doing? And how has that been different from training camps in the past when you weren't down at Jackson Wink?
Um, just that the elevation being up 6,000 feet or even 10,000 feet, depending on how high I go up in the mountains, is like you can literally feel the difference. And just knowing that I have that advantage is going to be like even better. Like, um, yeah. and I pretty much go out and run mountains almost like every other day. So I've been pushing.
Do you ever have to worry about rattlesnakes or see anything like that, or has that not been anything you've seen?
Only once. Only once. If we end up not running our way back, we end up just walking and end up seeing like a huge rattlesnake. That definitely had me like a little, I wouldn't say scared, but like cautious. Yeah.
Oh, for sure, man. I'd look like a cartoon character. I'd be jumping up, turning around, and moving like 15 feet all in motion if I saw one of them. Let's talk a little bit about the coaching aspect of the gym there. Obviously, two of the best minds in all of the sport, and there's just a lot of other great coaches there in general. Who have been some of the main guys that you've been working with and learning under?
So I've been working with Coach Alex. He's been my primary striking coach. He's been helping me, and he's been putting in a lot of work with me consistently since I've been at the gym. So it's been good. Joey Villasenor has been helping me. Literally, I get help from almost all the coaches. Like there's no like shying away from anybody. Six Gun, like I'm taking everything I can from every single body. I'm asking questions. Coach Andrew on Tennyson, like it's been good. You know.
If there's one aspect of your game that you highlight, where have you grown the most as a mixed martial artist since making the transition to Jackson's?
I say mental aspect. I've grown everywhere, but I would say my the mental aspect, just knowing I belong at the top. My confidence has never been better. Like I feel like I should be at the top, fighting top 10 guys in the UFC. I'll make my way up there, proving it by beating this guy in dominant fashion, beating the next guy in dominant fashion until I get to where I need to be.
And who are basically your main training partners that you're primarily getting most of your work in with and you're sparring with?
A lot of times I'm working with Coop, phenomenal wrestler, Aaron Pico. I have John Dodson will come down, Rodney, Tevin Dice. I'm working with all these guys, and it's been great.
Now, the last time I did speak with you was right before your big win over Mike Kimball. So tip of the hat to you there. After that, you've had two fights. You lost to Danny Sabatello. That's a tough veteran fighter right there. And then you picked up a round 3 win over Joe Penafiel on April earlier this year. When you look at the Sabatello fight, I always like to get fighters' perspective on what they learn from when they do suffer a loss. Is there one thing that you can point towards the most in that loss towards Sabatello?
Going in the mindset of it's a competition. Like, and I allowed this guy to make me want to fight him rather than compete with him. And I think that was the biggest thing. Just remember, it's a competition. The goal is to win. Like, emotions are out of it. I'm on a mission. This is just business, and just keeping it separate. Right? Don't get riled up in emotions or anything like that. He's fucking annoying as fuck. But but don't get riled up in emotions, knowing that this dude was literally just talking. He's a clown, so he's literally just talking to get you to want to fight him, so he can sit there and wrestle fuck you. So yeah.
Is that a fight you like back? Are you hoping to rematch?
I would love that. He's in Bellator right now. I'm aiming to be in UFC, but I would love that fight.
Okay. All right. Well, that would be a fight that I'd love to see. I got to get a couple of fight picks. Tonight is UFC 265 in Houston, Texas. It's headlined by the interim heavyweight title, Cyril Gahn, Derek the Black Beast Lewis. Who do you see winning that fight? I know Lewis is a huge underdog, which is surprising to me because he's got such huge knockout power. So when you look at that fight, how do you think it shakes out?
I got Derek Lewis. Maybe first or second round. Knockout finish. Yeah.
Do you feel like if?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, do you feel like if Cyril Gahn doesn't get dragged into like a dogfight, that if he just keeps it goal and sticks to his game plan, do you feel like there's a chance that he could just outpoint him for 5 rounds?
Oh, that's gonna be dangerous for Cyril Gahn. You know what I mean? Like, because Derek Lewis is gonna carry that power for 5 rounds, right? And it could end at any moment of time. and I just see it going down. Derek Lewis hits hard. He's been experienced. He's been fighting tough guys where like he's always been the underdog. You know what I mean? I see him pulling off. I'm also from Houston or Baytown, right?
Yeah.
So I gotta go for Derek.
All right. Hey man, I'm with you. I'm pulling for Lewis as well. What about the co-main event between Aldo and Munoz? Who do you see winning that one?
I got Munoz. I think Aldo is having a tough time readjusting his style. I feel like Munoz has the skills to beat Aldo.
It's going to be interesting, man. Let's talk about this fight here against Mateo Vogel. It's Cage Fury 99, and it's in Mississippi, so I'm not sure how far that is from Albuquerque, New Mexico, but I assume you'll be flying there. Who will be making the trip with you to corner you come fight night?
I'll have Coach Alex, my striking coach, and then Coach Esco, my wrestling coach. He'll be down there with me, getting me prepared, so be good.
And Cage Fury is a big promotion, man, but that's no stranger to you. I mean, you're used to fighting for big promotions. How excited are you for this event?
I'm super excited. Cage Fury always puts on a good event. It's always in a great venue. They're professionally ran. There's usually no hiccups. I think actually when I fought Pat Sabatini, it was there was a little bit of a hiccup. I think it was their first time being on UFC Fight Pass that time, where I literally was in a cage for like 30 minutes. But other than that, it's been like Cage Fury has always been very professional and like just been good. It's always been good fighting for them.
And this is a bantamweight fight, so I got to ask, where's your weight at right now?
Right now, I am water loading. I'm like sitting at 152.
Okay, so that's not too bad. Is that pretty normal for you this far out from the fight?
Yeah, the cut's always been pretty easy for me going down to 35, and it's pretty average being at 152. I want to be between 148 and 152. Go.
Now, I know you fought at featherweight before. Is bantamweight going to be your home for the future, or would you take a fight at another weight class if the right opportunity presented itself?
Yeah, absolutely. If the right opportunity, if they're paying right, I'll definitely take a fight at 45. I'm not a big I don't walk around like at 70 or like 65. Like I don't even get above 60. So I'm a smaller guy, especially if I was to fight at 45. Even though I've had success against UFC guys that are in the UFC at 45, but 35 is where I should.
Gotcha. And tell me about your opponent, Mateo Vogel. What do you know about him? What kind of a fight is this going to be?
I know he's a BJJ guy. He's gonna want to take it down. He's not gonna want to stay on his feet whatsoever. But I see this guy, and I just know I'm better than him overall. Obviously, I'm not gonna take it to where he thinks his strengths are. But I see me outclassing this guy.
Do you believe finish?
Yeah, finish. Second round.
Second round. Okay. Hey, man, I love the confidence. And I like the pick there. A lot of guys lately, when I've been interviewing them, aren't giving like actual round picks as to how it's going to go down. So I love that. Now, I know you talked about, before that the goal is the UFC. So if you do get this win here, how many fights away do you believe you are from maybe getting a Contender Series shot? Like, where are you at in your career right now?
I believe this fight should put me into the UFC, whether it's like a short notice call, like on 2 weeks notice or a week notice. I'll be ready. I'm always literally in shape. I'll fight anybody they put in front of me inside the UFC. I'll be ready.
All right, man. Well, I can't wait. It all starts on August the 14th. Damon Blackshear, Mateo Vogel, Cage Fury 99. Damon, it is always a pleasure to talk to you, my man. Before I let you go, I want to give you the floor. Anyone you want to thank, please do so, and tell people where to follow you on social media.
I just want to thank all my teammates that have helped me and prepared me. All right, there's so many people I can name, but teammates, definitely a shout out to Jackson Wink, all my coaches, Coach Alex, who's been putting a lot of work in with me, Coach, literally all the coaches at Jackson Wink that's just been giving me knowledge and helping me through this camp. And then also I just want to shout out my sponsor, Top Mountain Apparel, my management team, LCA Sports Management, and y'all can follow me at DaMonster, DA_Monster94 on Instagram.